Morning, guys. Haven't even cleared off the board since yesterday. We're obviously not going to start till 10, but we're on now just to make sure that we've got everybody turning up. I'm going to try and clean this board up. Good to see you all. Can you all hear me? Let me know. Yeah, can we all hear? I'm presuming we can. No, it's like 9:30. Good morning here. Good, okay, you can hear me, which is good news. Let's clear all of this stuff off the board. And we're not going to start until 10. So have a little chat amongst yourselves until then. Clear all my little counters up. Oops. How are we doing? Good. Ayab, you keep saying Xbox, but you don't give any reasons. If you think it's the best console, I want your justification. Why don't you write a justification for me? Why is the Xbox the best console? You need to give a reason. I'm sure some people would prefer the Switch or prefer the PS5. So what's your reason why? Yep. Among Us is good fun. It does get boring after a little while, but it's a great game. Lots of sentence structure writing going on. You know what? We should join in. We should have a big game of Among Us. I wonder if I can try and organize that. I'll find out if we're allowed to. Good morning, Taba. Good to see you. Do you know what? It's hard for me to read this. I need to go and get my phone so I can read what you're saying in my hand. Try and log you on here. There we go. Mikhail, good to see you from 3C. Well done. Oh, got the sound coming out on here now. Suban, good to see you. Well done, Tabor, for turning up. Ridwan, nice to see you. Good morning. I can see Harris is here. Asia. Did I say your name right, Asia? Oh, it's Asia, not Tabor. Sorry about that. You might have to keep reminding me. Yeah, Ridwan is here. If you're saying Xbox is so boring, I need a justification. Why? Don't just say Xbox, PS5. What's your reason? Is it to do with the CPU, the GPU? Is it to do with the games, the graphics? What are we talking about here? The Xbox One, the Xbox Series S is cheap, but the Series X is pretty expensive, you know. Hamza is here. Good to see you. Dawud Islam, good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. Tanvir. Yeah, Mikhail is here from 3D. Good to see you. Yeah, Nintendo Switch. I've got a Nintendo Switch. I love my Switch. It's a good one. Ayub, you keep saying the Xbox is cheap, but the Xbox Series X is very expensive, so I'm not sure about that. 2 minutes until 10 o'clock, Mohammed. You're absolutely right. Ridwan, it's okay if people talk about games for now. Good morning. Do you know what? I'm going to just close. Mister, am I closing the door as well, just so I don't crowd out the whole corridor? A couple more minutes now until we're going to start. Who else is in here? Anyone else want to give me their name so I can see? Ayana's here. Good to see you, Ayana. Well done for turning up. Good girl. Zubair's here. Good to see you. Good morning. Well done for being online on time. Good lad. It's cold, is it, Maisha? Yeah, okay. What are we doing today? I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to find out as we go along. I do know we're going to find out a little bit about Hinduism today, aren't we? We've got a special speaker coming in. My Xbox One is so old, PS5 is way better. Well, I guess the PS5 would be better, but is the Series X better than the PS5? You need to give you justification. Salah, hello, good morning. Dawood Ali, hello, good to see you here. Well done. Is that Alicina? Did I get the name right? Sultan Sanja, good to see you. Good morning, Sultan. Well done for turning up. Who else have we got? Mahayman is here. Excellent. Good to see you. Anas is here. Very good. Shaman, well done. Shaman, I can tell it's you because of the name. That's an easy one for me. Ava is here. Good morning, Ava. Good to see you here. Well done for turning up. This is good work. Well done, guys. All right, we are coming up to 10, so I guess we can start. Do you know what? Last time at 10 o'clock, we only had about 20, so we've got 30, 40 already, which is really good. I'm hoping to break the 60. Yesterday, we had 59 of you joining in, okay? We're getting really good at this. We've also got some people from year 4, year 5 joining in, which is really nice as well. Everybody is welcome. It's just nice to see you up and out of bed. It's really important to start the day on a good note, a positive note, and joining in with this, getting involved in the chat, all good stuff. Do you know what? Some children might even still be in bed right now, which is really bad news. So important to make sure you stay in that structure, get up in the morning, get your bedroom tidied, help your mum and dad out. That's what we need to be doing. Any more people? Year 4 maths is easy, good. Yeah, don't forget, challenge yourselves. If you're finding the stuff that's on year 3 a little bit simple, there are class pages for year 4, there's class pages for year 5. You can go and check some of that work out as well to go and challenge yourself. The other thing I'd like to remind you is BBC are putting some amazing resources. We are so lucky in this country to have the BBC. It is such a fantastic institution. If you go and watch BBC 2, they're going to be doing some live lessons during the day. Or if you go to the BBC website, BBC Bite Size, there's loads of resources there. Well, first thing I'd like to say is what day is it today? Wednesday. Today, happy Wednesday to all of you. Good to see you up. What we're going to be doing today, let me have a look and see if I've got my little plan here in front of me. Well, as per usual, I'll probably have some sort of rant like I normally do. Then I'll go through some news stories that I found today. I think it's always good to bring 3 news stories. This is my wrong piece of planning. I'm just going to grab it. 1 second. Over here, I've got it. You can never write a good story without doing proper planning. I can never teach a good lesson if I haven't done my proper planning either. What else have we got? Oh, literacy. I think we're going to have a look at something today called pathetic fallacy. So you're going to find out all what pathetic fallacy is. I know yesterday we were looking at alliteration, weren't we? Oh, we looked at fronted adverbials. We looked at bossy verbs. What I might just do is get you to remind me what a fronted adverbial is as well. In a minute, not right now. In maths, we're going to be looking at factors. You're going to be reminding me what certain factors of numbers. Then, luckily, we are going to find out a little bit about Hinduism. That's going to be our special topic for today. Now, a lot of you requested as well yesterday that we're going to learn a little bit about dinosaurs and that we're going to do a little bit of arts and crafts. Well, I'm going to save the arts and crafts and maybe a quiz for Friday, and maybe tomorrow we'll do a little bit and find out a little bit about dinosaurs. So I would like, in preparation for tomorrow, you're going to go and do a little bit of research all about dinosaurs, find out maybe how long ago they existed, what point in the Earth's, development they were around, what happened to them, why have they all gone? Have they all gone, or are there some still remaining on Earth today? That is the kind of thing I want you to find out about, and maybe you can find some names of different types of dinosaurs and things like that, because it is a really interesting part of the Earth's history. Okay, so well done, all of you turning up. Really good to see you. Don't forget to keep doing this, 10 o'clock in the morning. Excitingly, next week as well, Miss Patterson is going to start doing some of these as well. She's starting to feel a lot better. So you're going to have a nice variety of different teachers doing these live streams, which I'm really excited about. News, what have we got? Well, I always like to give you a little bit of Donald Trump American news. There he is. Doesn't he look like a handsome gentleman? So lots of problems in America, as we know from yesterday. It's looking more and more likely he may get impeached. Do you remember we discussed what impeached is? It's when his presidency can be taken away from him. He would be the only president in US history to be impeached twice. So which tells you what a bad president he is. Well, that's what some people feel. Obviously, other people feel differently about it. Another bit of sad news is obviously lots of families are struggling a lot during COVID. Lots of jobs are going away because of the lockdown. People aren't able to go out and buy and shop at things. People are losing their jobs. People are losing money. I can see there is, which is sad, a worry. Well, the government is trying, we thought they were trying their best to try and make sure that families had extra money so that children could be fed. But just this week, we've seen that some of the food packages that have been sent out to feed children have not looked very good. These are the kind of food packages that have been sent to families to feed children for a week, and it's pretty upsetting. So all children are entitled to £30 of free school meal vouchers if they need it. Marcus Rashford, the footballer. Is it Rashford or Rashford? Rashford, the footballer, has been campaigning really hard. It's really important that we keep putting pressure on our members of parliament, that we keep putting pressure on the politicians to make sure that those who need to be fed can be fed. This is what our tax money goes to. Your parents pay tax, everybody pays tax. When you buy a game for your Xbox or PS5, you're paying a little bit of tax. All that money goes to helping poor families. It goes to funding the NHS. It goes to paying for your education. Tax is really, really important, but it's also important that it's spent wisely. This, I don't think, is a good use of tax money. It would probably be better if parents got the money and got to choose for themselves what they fed their children. I don't think I would be very happy if this was my meal for the week. Okay, right. And the last piece of news, I always like to end up on some good news, is apparently Britain is a much more united country than we realize. Recent surveys and statistics have shown that even though we think we're quite divided because of Brexit, actually people are very unified in this country on certain key things. Those key things that most of us all believe in are: one, the NHS, free healthcare for everybody. People seem to support that regardless of their background, regardless of their political beliefs. People believe in free education in this country, which is another fantastic thing. People believe very much in free speech in this country, the freedom to wear the clothes that you want and say the things that you want. And actually, believe it or not, we are very united as a people. We like to argue and bicker, but it's not like being in America where there are people out on the streets fighting, rioting, protesting, turning up with guns. So just thought a nice little positive news to remind us how lucky sometimes we are, even in these hard times. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of these news stories. And I think the first thing we'll do is English. So yesterday, if you remember, we looked a little bit at writing instructions. And one thing I just want you to remind me, if you can remember, was we looked at writing bossy verbs. Not bossy verbs, fronted adverbials, okay? One little thing here in the chat, as I can see people commenting, it's nice if you sort of try and respond to the work that is going on. I can see there people going, I'm bored and yawning. Do remember, that people can hear you, people can see you, and make sure that the comments that you write are nice and friendly, okay? Always best to be nice, isn't it, in the world? If you're being mean to people, then people might end up being mean back to you. It's important that we stay positive. Who can remind me then, what was a fronted adverbial? Why might I use a fronted adverbial? Can I have a little look and see in the chat? Can anyone remember what a fronted adverbial is? Yeah, I can see lots of people still talking about the news, which is great. But let's move on then. Fronted adverbial. A bossy verb is an imperative verb, yeah? But what was a fronted adverbial? Can anyone remember? I'm looking to see who's the first person to remind me what a fronted adverbial is. Some people have forgotten. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry. I'll link the video one more time. Oh, it's over there, isn't it? I'll link the video in the chat one more time for you after this, so you can have a look and see what it is. Anyone want to tell me? Fronted adverbial can be, it can be to do with time. That's a really good one. A fronted adverbial is something at the start. Yeah, the key is the word fronted. It goes at the front of the sentence, right? It describes what is happening. Oh, I like that. Hello, Amara. It's good to see you. The question is, what is a fronted adverbial? A fronted adverbial, as Nahamin has said, it's like a bit like a sentence starter. Yeah, it's the way that we start our sentences. So, for example, I might say, the boy, what did the boy do? The boy, he ate a sweet. Sentences. The boy ate a sweet. It's a simple sentence. It works, capital letter, full stop, but it's not very descriptive. It doesn't tell me much, okay? So my fronted adverbial is something I'm going to pop at the start, which tells me more about how, why, when the boy ate sweet. So let me think. We could go for when. When did the boy eat the sweet? Well, I could say, I'm going to get rid of this capital letter, earlier this morning, comma, the boy ate the sweet. My main clause, which is this part of the sentence, didn't change. The fronted adverbial is something that I added to the beginning to improve my sentence. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on. So earlier this morning, the boy ate a sweet. I can see some people saying they don't quite understand. So we have a simple sentence, the boy ate his sweet, and now we want to add a little bit more to it. Instead of saying the boy ate his sweet this morning, I can vary my sentence up by putting the time or place or why or where at the beginning. I'll tell you what, I've done a when earlier this morning. Can you give me a where? So that's really good. Well done there. In the morning, the girl cried. That's a really good use for fronted adverbial. What I want to know is where. Where did the boy eat the sweet? So could you write me a sentence or give me an idea for, like, could we do a where at the beginning? Let's have a go. Let's have a look. What have we got? Don't worry if you don't know yet. Oh, in the kitchen. I like this. In the park. Very good. In the bedroom. Very good. Remember that comma needs to go there. Right, we're getting some really good ones through. Yeah, in the shops, in the school, in the woods. I like that one. I'm going to take this one. Okay, so in the woods, the boy ate a sweet. In the woods, comma, the boy ate a sweet. That's really good. Well done. Okay, guys, this time I want you to change it around. I want you to tell me why. Why did he eat the sweet? So can you give me the sentence again? I want to see the comma in place, the full sentence, capital letter, full stop at the end. Why did he eat the sweet? And we're going to put that at the very beginning. Well done. You guys are giving loads of really good responses. So I want a full one. Why? Ayan, a fantastic, good boy. Well done for that. It could be in the zoo, couldn't it? So we're having some new ones now. The boy is, so Mahayman said, because he was hungry, comma, the boy ate a sweet. I like that. Yeah, very good. Next to the fair, the boy littered. Tahira, that's a good use of fronted adverbial, or you're missing your full stop at your end of your sentence. If I'm going to be a picky teacher, why else might he have eaten a sweet? I think Mahayman's because he was hungry is a good one. In the living room, he ate a sweet. That's a where. Can we think of a why? Have we got a why? Yeah, the boy was hungry, so he ate a sweet. So because he was hungry, the boy ate a sweet. The boy was excited, comma. Wait, because he was excited, the boy ate a sweet. Okay, I like that one. I'm going to stick with because he was hungry. I'm going to put that one down in there. So because he was hungry, comma, the boy ate a sweet. Do you know what? I could also have like a how. It could be with a smile on his face, comma, the boy ate a sweet. I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I am going to give you another main clause. I'm going to give you the end of the sentence, and all I want you to do is write me the whole sentence using a fronted adverbial. So let's change this up. Let's have the girl did her work. So there's my main clause, the girl did her work. But that's really boring, isn't it? That's a boring sentence. So what I would like you to do, can you add a fronted adverbial to this? Can you tell me more? Don't change this bit. This bit needs to stay exactly the same. That main clause needs to stay exactly the same. All your sentences need to end with the girl did her work. But what are you going to put before? Is it going to be a when, a where, a how, a why? Let's have a look at your sentences about the girl who did her work. Occasionally, comma, the girl did her work. I like that one. In the bedroom, the girl did her work. Well done. Because she wanted to learn, the girl did her work. Earlier in the morning, the girl did her work. Guys, this is really good. Yesterday, the girl did Omar, fantastic. Tahira, well done. Well done, Mikhail. Well done, Alicina, very good. Well done, Maisha, that's fantastic. Charmin, understanding, that's really good. Isa, fantastic, well done. Don't forget those full stops. Ayab, well done. The girl was clever. So, in fact, you don't need the so there because the comma is going to be in place of that. The girl was clever, comma. Well, you could say because she was clever, comma, the girl did her work. In her bedroom, yeah, when the teacher gave her homework, comma, the girl did her work. Good one there, Anis, very good. Because her mother bribed her, Mahayman, the girl did her work. I wonder what the mother bribed her with. Was it money? Was it sweets? It's a good one. At work, the girl did her work. So it would be at work, comma, the girl did her work. Well done, Daud Ali. Yeah, very good. In the woods, the boy ate a sweet because he wanted it. That's fine. I want to see the girl doing the work this time. Yeah, well, with a frown on her face. Oh, I like that one. With a frown on her face. The girl did her work. That is fantastic. I like that. That's show, not tell. And I love show, not tell. These are really good. Yeah, lovely, Ava, with an aggressive smile on her face, comma, the girl did her work. I love these things which are called show, not tell. And that moves me perfectly on to the next part of the lesson, which is all about show, not tell. Now, this is a really important thing to do in our writing. It shows that our writing is much more advanced, yeah? Moving up that extra level when we show the reader what's happening, but we don't tell them directly what's happening, okay? So, for example, yeah, I think I've done this in 3J 1,000,001 times, so well done. Those 3J people that know this straight away. But imagine I come into the room, his hands are on his hips, his teeth are scowling, his brow is furrowed, okay? What am I feeling like? Well, I'm angry. But instead of saying he came into the room and was angry, which is telling me, I show the reader and I say he came into the room, hands on his hips, teeth glaring, okay? And then I can see that he's angry rather than being told it, right? This is a really important writing trick. Do you think you could do a little bit of show, not tell to me? I want you to describe a person and I want to guess how they're feeling, okay? So don't tell me how they're feeling, but I want you to describe what they look like, what you see, how they sound, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess how they're feeling. So can you do that for me now? So let's have a look. What have we got? What have we got? KKK, good. It's good to see that you're agreeing, but I want to see you showing me and not telling me. So can you write something in there that shows me a person, and then I'm going to guess how they are feeling, okay? Yeah, body language, you're right. But so here we go. Miss Cho has said, with a smile on her face and a skip in her step. I can tell that that person is overjoyed, over the moon, really, really positive, okay? With a smile on her face and a skip in her step. That's a really good start. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Well done, Abdu Samad. Anissa did her homework in the classroom. That's good. A frown on the face. He stomped into the room. Naheem there, using that word stomped. Instead of walking into the room, they're stomping into the room. I can tell by the stomping that they are not happy. That is really good. Stomping. Smirk on her face, right? The smirk tells me they're up to something cheeky, aren't they? I like that. Good word, smirk. A shivering voice. Hello? Right? With a shivering voice. That's a really good one. That's showing me that they're really scared. I like that. The boy bounced into the room, okay? Do you know what? I could have not even said with joy. Just the idea of a boy bouncing into the room, it tells me that they're excited. That's really good. Ahil, what? I don't know how that person's feeling. Ahil is walking, but there's no... okay, it's gone now. Can't even read it. Let's have a look. What else have we got? A frown on his face. He stomped into the naughty corner. That's good. Yeah. She stomped. I like that. It's a good word. Okay. Well, we've got some really good little show not tells coming through here, which is really good. So the show not tell that we're looking at today is known as pathetic fallacy. If you're at home, it would be quite good for you to say it out loud right now. Can you say pathetic fallacy? I hope you just did it. You don't need to type it, you can say it out loud. In fact, if you want, you can shout it and see if your neighbor can hear you say, pathetic fallacy! Let's see if I can hear anybody out there. Yeah, I heard a few people from outside shouting it. Well done, really good. Okay, so pathetic fallacy. This is when we tell the reader what's going on based on the weather, okay? The weather can tell us all about how somebody is feeling and what is going on. And now I think about it, I think I've even got some pictures somewhere of some weather. If you bear with me. Oh, here we go. Right. Let's say I went outside. Let's say the girl went outside, ... Now, I don't know what sort of day it's going to be. The girl went outside. It's a boring sentence. It doesn't tell me anything. I could say the girl went outside. She was going to have a good day. Oh, that's a little bit boring. The girl went outside. It was going to be a really bad day. Oh, boring. Okay, so this is how we can use weather to enhance it. If the girl went outside and the sun was shining through the clouds, the birds were tweeting in the sky, I know as a reader that it's going to be a really good day. Okay, not just because the weather's nice, but it gives me a sense, like a feeling. What about this? You tell me, the girl went outside. Tell me what sort of day she's going to have. The clouds were grey. Thunder was rumbling. Raindrops began to fall onto the ground. The wind whirled in the air. You tell me, what sort of day is she going to have? I'm going to have a little read and see. Can you tell from the weather what sort of day is she going to have? Let's have a look. Oh, a bad day we've got there, yeah? Can you tell me more about that bad day? Is it just bad? Is it just bad? What might happen? It could be sad, couldn't it? Yeah, I like that because raindrops remind me a little bit of tears. So sometimes when it's outside and it's raining, I think, oh, it's like something sad's going to happen. Maybe cry. Yeah, horrible. We know that the wind whirling, the grey clouds might lead to a pretty horrible, not nice day. Yeah, Attic, are you going to give me some answers here as well? Yep, an enraging day. Oh, I like that. Miserable day. Hey, these are starting to be really good. A scary day. Very nice. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to change the weather. The girl went outside and, oh, I like this one. Where's it gone? Ah, here we go. I found it. The girl went outside and snowflakes were glistening from the sky, icicles dangling from the trees. The smooth snow had a crunch as she walked through it. What sort of day is this going to be? We've got beautiful snowflakes falling from the sky, icicles dangling. What sort of day do you think she's going to have, considering this? Let's have a look. What do you think? Yeah, probably it's going to be cold, but I want to know a little bit more about the emotion. Yeah, I think this is a tricky one, isn't it, with snow and ice? It could be happy, it could be sad, there's all sorts of feeling. Oh, hello. Hi, you okay, sir?
What are we learning about today, sir?
We were doing some pathetic fallacy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We're doing a sort of show, not tell. In fact, maybe the children could tell you. Can you remind me, guys, what is pathetic fallacy? Well, don't remind me, I know.
The children are in here.
The children are in the actual, so can you see that? The children are, I put all the children into that.
The children are there.
Yeah.
And these are all the children here
Those
speaking.
are all the children. The children have actually turned into online avatars. Guys, can you tell Mr. Killing? Can you tell Mr. Killing what pathetic fallacy is? Because he doesn't have a clue. This guy.
No, I'm not sure about pathetic fallacy.
It's a bit
show
of,
not tell.
Show not tell, kind of. Yeah.
A happy day.
Tell me some more.
The girl went outside and it was snowing. Hi. Is that important?
Hi is important.
Okay.
Ahil's saying hi to you.
So why do Mr. Keeling and you look so awkward? That needed a lol, I think. LOL, didn't it? Lol. Yeah.
Yes. Come on. Tell him what's pathetic fallacy.
I don't think anyone's told me what pathetic fallacy is yet. What is pathetic fallacy?
Hi, Mr. Keeling. What is it we're using to show the reader what the mood is? Because we're not telling them what the mood is, but we're using something.
The weather to show how the day will go. So, for example, if it's a bad day, it's going to be a bad day for the main character. The main character doesn't know that yet. The main character doesn't know that it's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
What could you describe the weather as to make it seem like it's going to be something bad is about to happen?
Ooh, I'd like
what
to
would
see
you say?
Let's have a look. Alicina's looking pretty angry there.
Yeah. Angry faces.
Come on, Mr. Killing is saying it's going to be a bad day. How would you describe the weather to say
rainy? I mean, we could have rain. Mm-hmm. I always think rain is more sadness.
Yeah, rain. But we were saying that because it reminds us of tears.
Yeah.
What else? there's going to be a bad day.
What about what? We don't know it's a bad day yet. It's on the horizon. It's coming. The bad day is coming. What weather could be coming over the horizon? That's stormy.
Ooh.
Love it. Yes. And what noises could that weather make that tells us it's going to be thunder? Brilliant. A thundery day building up on that horizon. Those dark, pendulous clouds. Fantastic. Brilliant. There's some really good ideas here, sir.
That's some really good
Love
ideas,
it.
sir.
Brilliant. Nice seeing you all. I'll see you later.
Wow, that was unusual, wasn't it? Well, there we go. So, well done, guys, for remembering what pathetic fallacy is and for filling us all in on that. Now, I'm going to pause there. We'll come back to pathetic fallacy. Do you know what I'm also going to do? Yes, tsunami. That would not be a great day if that was coming. You're absolutely right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you over, if you're ready, to our guest speaker today, and she will introduce herself as well. And we are going to find out a little bit about Hinduism, because that is one of the two religions that we've been looking at recently. We've been looking at Hinduism and Buddhism. And so we're going to find out a little bit more about Hinduism, and we're going to find out a little bit more about Hindu gods. Can I just say congratulations? We're up to 61 children now, which is a new record for us. And I'll clear all this off for you, and I'll let you go in and say hi.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Ravi, and today we are going to learn a little bit about special animals in Hinduism. I know you've all done a little bit about Hinduism. Who can remind me anything about the many gods and goddesses?
So can we get
Hello.
Everyone's going to be saying hi.
Yes.
Remind Miss then, what do you know about Hinduism? Can you tell her any facts about Hinduism? Any facts? What do we know? Come on, guys, wait and see some facts on this list. What do we know about Hinduism? Do we know anything? What can we remember? Ooh, now Omar's talking about the 8 points to life, but that's actually Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Yeah. Hindus are believing in many different gods.
Many different gods. We have about more than 300 millions of gods and goddesses.
And Mohammed said there are 3 main gods.
Yes. Can you tell me the 3 main gods?
We'll see if some of those pop out. Got lots of people saying, oh, they worship God in a temple.
Yes. The temple sometimes is called a mandir.
Ava, I think Hare Krishna is a little bit different. Oh, we've got one of the gods, Vishnu, Mohammed has said. Yeah, worshiping in temples, and the temple's called mandirs, Mrs. said. We're not talking about dinosaurs right now. Ayub, you're absolutely right. Hundreds of thousands of gods. Ooh, Attica said the oldest of the main religions.
Yes, it's, well, technically one of the oldest, because we can't really know. You know, we have funny things with Hindu. There's lots and lots of dates. And Hinduism is linked closely to India.
Shiva, another god they've been saying.
Yes.
All right, miss, I think we've got loads of information there.
So we have the 3 main gods, which is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma is also known as the one who creates. And Vishnu is the protector or the preserver. So he maintains the world. He protects the world from the little demons. And Shiva is known as the destroyer. Why would Shiva destroy? Maybe Shiva will destroy so that Brahma can create again, which is a big concept in Hinduism. It's all about reincarnation. So it's all about cycles. We destroy so that we can create again. And this is the link between the 3 of them. They're always working together. But do you know how they do that? How do they work together? The world is such a big place. How do they get around the world quickly? All of them have a special animal vehicles that we call vahanas. A Vahana is a special animal that helps the gods to travel fast. They travel at supersonic speeds. I'll show you a few examples. We have Shiva here, who rides a bull. And do you know why he rides a bull? He rides a bull because the bull is very strong. And the bull is similar to Shiva. He is super strong and he can help Shiva whenever Shiva is going around to destroy the world, or sometimes just to visit different places around the world that he can help people. Funny picture. Oh, is it funny? Yes, it's like a little cartoon. And we have, these vehicles have special powers because they are similar to the gods themselves. Sometimes when Shiva is busy, he can send his bull, which is called Nandi. He can send Nandi to look after some people while he's somewhere else. Do any of you want to find out more about different gods and their special animals, friends? Give me a thumbs up or give me a yes.
Yes, we've got some yeses coming through here.
Nice. So we have Vishnu here, and Vishnu rides an eagle. The eagle's name is Garuda. And just like Vishnu, who is the protector of the world, Garuda also protects a lot of people in India. Who can tell me a very dangerous animal that lives in India? What are people afraid of? There are many snakes in India, and sometimes people are very frightened of them. So they will pray to Garuda, who is Vishnu's Vahana, to help them. Do you know what eagles feed on? Tell me. Yes? Lots of eagles feed on snakes. So people who are scared of snakes bite or being poisoned by them, they would pray Garuda to come and help them. And we have the third, or the first one of the three Holy Trinity, Brahma. Brahma and his consort, which is Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, learning, arts. Brahma and Saraswati ride swans. Do you know why they would ride swans? What do you think of when you think about swans? That's not Mr. Jordan, no. That's Miss Robbie. Hello, Mohammed.
Water, people are saying this.
Yes, when a swan is on the water, it's always looking very elegant and graceful. Saraswati is a very graceful goddess. She's always playing music and she's all about learning. If you look there, she has a book in her hand and she has the veena. The veena or the sitar plays very soft lyrical music. So the swan represents elegance, beauty, and peace. And Brahma and Saraswati always ride swans. Now, who remembers the god Ganesha? Does anyone remember who Ganesha is? Rizwan is looking for Mr. Jordan.
Elephant god, miss. We've got it. Some people are starting to say.
Elephant. Well, Ganesha has an elephant head. That's kind of a story. He was actually born with a boy's head, but Shiva cut his head off and replaced it with an elephant head. And that's Ganesha there but his Vahana is the little mouse. Right here in this picture, he's with his brother, Kartikeya. Kartikeya, or sometimes known as Muruga in southern India, is the god of war. Yes, that's right, Begum. Kartikeya's Vahana is a peacock. And Ganesha's Vahana is a mouse. His mouse name is Mushak. Mushak is actually a very naughty one. He was a mouse king. And Mushak represents the ego or our minds. And Ganesha is the god who removes obstacles on our path. So Ganesha rides Mushak because Mushak represents our minds. But you know, sometimes when you're in Mr. Jordan's class and you're daydreaming, so that's your mind traveling all over the world instead of focusing on the lesson. So Ganesha will help you to focus by removing the obstacles in your way. So this is why Ganesha rides Mushak. And Kartikeya here rides a peacock, which helps him to travel fast. And you know, you were just focusing on pathetic Fallacy, which is all about the weather. Do you want to find out about some of the weather gods in Hindu? We have here Indradev. Indradev is the god of thunderstorm and rain. So right now, Indradev is probably traveling around England, making it rains around us. And his special Vahana is an elephant. And the elephant's name is Airavata. Shall we do some fun activities now? Do you want to create your own little special Vahanas?
Nice.
Yes. Who wanted to do some art activities? Maybe we can go and think of special animals and draw a special Vahanas.
I think you're getting a bit rude now. Totally. Yes, I think that'd be really nice. So what's the plan? The homework is going to be that you are going to create your own Hindu god. They're going to have their own animal as well to go with them. And are we going to have their own story that's going to go with the Hindu god as well?
Yes.
Okay, so they have their own power, the thing that they are in charge of, and their own animal as well. Am I right with those?
Yes.
Fantastic.
For example, if you want to write about a river god, maybe he might be traveling on water on a crocodile, or maybe a shark.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay, right. Thank you so much, Miss. That's very kind of you, and I really appreciate that. I do want to talk to you guys as well, just first, because I've been sitting here looking at the chat, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in some people. When we're listening to another religion, it's really important to respect and understand them. If you're constantly writing in the chat about Allah, then it implies that you're not giving the other religion as much respect. And I found that a little bit insulting and surprising as well that people would continue to do that. And I would imagine that your parents wouldn't also be happy about that. So when we are listening to other people from other cultures, it's really important that we respect, that we listen, and that we understand. One of the reasons why there are so many tensions in the world today is because we don't understand people of other cultures, that we don't understand why people believe certain things and believe in different gods, have different faiths. And it is our duty to listen and to understand that and to be able to share that knowledge to other people. So I would really hope and respect that in the future that we are polite, that we are respectful, we listen, and we begin to understand things. Now, I really enjoyed listening to all that, finding out about those Hindu gods. I didn't know about any of those animals or any of that. So what I would really like you to do is I want you to show that you have listened, to try and create one of your own Hindu gods, to try and create one of your own characters to go with that god. And it might be nice to find out a little bit of research as well. And then I can bring that back to Miss and I can show all the fantastic research and work that you've been doing, which would be really nice. So thank you guys. I can see some of you, obviously a lot of people saying sorry, a lot of people saying that they show respect. And I know that most of you were, but some of you were getting into a little bit of an argument over gods and things. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do in Britain. People have all sorts of different religions. Remember, I showed you the charts and statistics in class. Okay, Islam is one of the smaller religions in Britain, along with Hinduism being a very small religion in Britain. When you go out into the wider world, you're going to meet people from completely different religions who have completely different beliefs and come from completely different backgrounds. And the only way that we're going to develop as people and get on with them is by listening and understanding them. Okay, well done, guys, for being good and listening to that. I'm just trying to look at how much time we've got. The one last thing I did want to just go over before we finish was our factors. And we were just looking at factors yesterday. Can anyone remind me quickly what a factor is? And then what I'm going to do is, oh, do you know what? I've made such a mess. No, you're all right. It's me. I've got some numbers here that you are going to do a quick little factor game. Are you okay with 5 minutes?
Yes, absolutely.
We're going to do a little factor game just before we end. Where is the pen? Does this one work? Yeah, I'll use this one. So a little factor game just before we end. And I've also lost this. There we go. Factors. Right. Factors. I have got some numbers up here. 10 and 12. And I want to find the factors in these numbers, okay? Can I see if anyone, a factor is a number in the times table. Yeah, really good, well done. I can see some of you are recognizing, yeah, a factor is a number in that times table. Yeah, really good. So let me show you what we mean by that. So here is the number 10. Let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am looking to see how many ways we can divide this number. Now, I was once again talking to my granddad this morning to find out, because yesterday I was saying 1 and 10 are factors. But we might not necessarily consider these factors because every number divides into 1 and every number divides into itself. So I need to think, what other numbers does it divide into? Well, 10 divides into 5s, doesn't it? Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, look. I've got groups of 5, so that's going to be a factor. Let me have a look at this. I could also divide it into 2s as well, can't I? Yeah, so 2 is also a factor of 10. Do you think, and we did this yesterday, could you tell me all the factors for 12? How many ways can I divide 12? Well done, I can see loads of really good responses here for 10 and stuff. Have a look at 12. How am I going to divide 12 into different factors? Yeah, don't worry if you don't know. I might even do an extra video just to go into factors to understand it a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Factors for 12. 12, 6, 2, 3, and 4. You're absolutely right. Let's have a look at this. If I do 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can divide this into groups of 3. So that's definitely a factor. I can divide it into groups of 4. That is definitely a factor. I can divide it into 2 equal groups of 6. Which is also definitely a factor, okay? These are definitely factors of these numbers. So here is my little quiz before we go for you with factors. I'm going to put some numbers on the board, and your job is to tell me what factors do they share. So you're going to tell me what factors do these 3 numbers have in common. So these are your numbers. We've got 10, we've got 20, and we've got 5. What factors do these 3 numbers all have in common? And what that means is I want a number that they all have that is the same. So you need to think about what are the factors for these numbers? What do they have that is all the same? Let's have a look. Oh, I can see lots of people popping up. Venn diagrams, do you know what? I will do that tomorrow. We've not quite got time, but if I try and remember, we'll do Venn diagrams tomorrow, okay? I can see people ask. Yeah, well done, guys. Yeah, a lot of you are saying 1. Of course, they've all got 1 in common. You're absolutely right. But 5 was the other one that they've all got in common, although I probably shouldn't say that because I shouldn't really say 5 as a factor of it. But these all share 5, yeah? These 2 have 2, but that one doesn't have 2. So the only thing they all have in common is 5. I'm going to give you another one then. Here are my 3 numbers. My 3 numbers now are 6, 12, and 24. Okay? What factors do these all have in common? Okay? It might be more than one. Can you have a little think? What factors do all of these have in common? And there might be more than one number for each of these. Okay? How many factors can you find that these numbers have in common? Okay, Harris is saying 3 and 6, which is very good. I've got Mikhail saying 2. Yep, Anas is saying 2 and 3. Are there any more than that though? Can you find any more? Yeah, you've got 2, 6, 6 and 3, 6, 2, 6, 1, 3, 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 12, 24. Yeah, what factors do they all have in common? Well, let's start with the obvious one. They are all even numbers, so they must have 2 in common, yeah? All of these are definitely in the 2 times table, aren't they? What else are they in? Well, as a lot of you were already spotting, they're all in the 6 times table as well. 6, 6, 6. Anything else? Hey, very good, those people who spotted the last one. They're all also in the 3 times table, aren't they? 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Maybe you can tell me what times 3 is 24. I don't even think off the top of my head. 8, is it? Yeah. Brilliant. Right. We've gone on a little bit. It's really good. With 67 of you here, but it's really important that when you tune into these lessons, you tune in starting from 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning. We are now almost at 11:15, which means we're going to be ending the live stream nowish, okay? So make sure those of you who are tuning in now that you try and get in a lot earlier. We start at 5 to 10, 9:55, but we only start the lesson at 10 o'clock in the morning. Try and get there. Tomorrow's lesson. You've all asked me to know about dinosaurs, so we're going to do a little bit of work on dinosaurs. I've been asked in the chat to do a little bit of work on Venn diagrams, so that's what I will do tomorrow. I'll do some work on Venn diagrams. I'll be right here on the board, so I don't forget to do some work on Venn diagrams, because I know that was in some of your home pack and your online learning. Dinosaurs, Venn diagrams. We're going to try doing a little bit more pathetic fallacy, and maybe Mr. Keeling won't interrupt me this time, although I'm sure he will probably come and join in and say something else for us in literacy tomorrow. Yeah, something else. Oh yeah, we're going to do some arts and crafts. Maybe not do that tomorrow, but we'll do that on Friday. And I'm thinking, end of the week, Friday quiz, all of you get involved. I'm even going to be giving out prize this week. We're going to post the winner of the quiz, or the people who do the best, maybe onto the website, which would be really good news, okay? So thank you all of you for tuning in. That's really fantastic. We broke the 60 ceiling. We're doing absolutely fantastically. Next target, gonna get ourselves up to 80. There's 120 children in year 3 alone, so that should push us up. I can see people from year 4, year 5 have been joining in as well, which is really good. I'm gonna leave the live chat going if you wanna still keep talking to yourself. And thank you so much. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Goodbye, guys.